Hello. Um, so I'm here to make a gelato skip tutorial. Lots of people have been asking me about it, and I thought that it would be best to just make a video, to help people. So what I always do is I do a hover slide here. But if you're just starting out, you can just do jump dive, spin jump dive, and then just slide up to here. I always recommend to do a spin jump onto this thing, because when you spam spray the coconuts from on top of here, it's a lot more likely that they're going to go towards where you want them to go, the gazebo thing, as opposed to doing them over there where you have to worry about like throwing them and you have to worry about cataquacks. So yeah, I always just do that, and I actually get as many spam sprays as I possibly can, because sometimes on the way down you can hit the coconuts with your water, and they'll fly towards here, because generally you want the coconut to land in this area. Sometimes it won't. It never really ends up costing more than like 2 or 3 seconds. So yeah. So my setup for this, there's 2 ways you can do this to get the angle. You can get it from the roof, like that. I personally prefer not to do that, because when I am in a run, I'm a little bit nervous always, and sometimes it's hard. There's an easier way to do it, which is just a double jump hover, but that's kind of slow. So what I like to do, I like to put the coconut here, walk back, and then just hover to that post. And then press L to get the angle so that you can always just walk forwards and get the clip. And then I just stay here. Now once you have this angle, the most important thing is to preserve it. So if you're going to move sideways, you have to jump and then move sideways. Because if you even walk a little bit this way, the camera angle changes, which causes you to run past the coconut. Also, when you're getting the angle, if you get it from this side, it's not going to work. You're going to end up with a slightly wrong angle, and once again, you're going to run past the coconut. So you need to make sure the camera is on Mario's right side when you press L to fix the angle. So then once that happens, I just jump sideways and I pick up the coconut, which I always place in the same general area, but it's not super precise. So yeah, so then I stand here. There's 2 ways you can do this. If you're really new, I recommend just going forwards and doing a triple jump. And then you can just get to here. What I personally do is I'll be right here and I just jump and I do a spin jump. As long as you do the full spin before you land, it won't affect your angle. But that's a little bit harder to do because you have to somewhat buffer it a little bit. So yeah. Now, when you place the coconut, a lot of people I see place it on this line, and that's fine, but you're not going to get the clip 100% of the time. You'll still get it a decent amount, and you can probably get it consistent, but I recommend having Mario's feet just be on this line, this kind of darker line. Regardless of where you choose to do it though, like I used to always do it here for some reason, it just felt better. But regardless of where you do it, just always do it in the same spot. That way the timing is always the same. It makes it a lot easier. So yeah, so what you're going to do from here is you're just going to drop the coconut, run at it, and then you're going to get the clip. Right there, I hovered too late, and that caused Mario to grab the roof. Because the goal of this trick is to stay hovering so that you're like exactly a little bit above and a little bit below, so you stay clipped until you get... In the same thing, if I hover too early, I'll have to get a new coconut, so I'll just tell you, or I'll just show you. If I hover too early, you're just going to end up standing on top of it. So that just tells you that you hovered a little bit too early, or you went too slow as you were moving forwards. And I'll get more to the speed of your hover a little bit later. So yeah, so always make sure, get up here. I spam spray like a million times, and usually I get better coconuts than that, but not always. If there's cataquacks in your way, always just spam spray. It'll wreck those guys' butts. And yeah, so quickly get the angle, hover towards it, jump over, grab it. That's my setup. and then I do 2 jumps and always land exactly here. And if I was like here, I would like hop around a little bit, but make sure you jump before moving. So yeah, and then the trick from there is it's really simple. Once you get the right timing and you get the feel for it, it becomes a lot easier. This is one of the hardest tricks as you're learning the game, but once you learn it, it becomes a lot easier to understand, and when you can diagnose what you do wrong, it makes it a lot easier to understand how to do the trick. So one more piece of information before I go is I always personally slow down a lot when I'm in this area. So like my hover, you hover from here and you slowly hover forwards to maintain the speed, or to maintain the right height. And I actually hover here a little bit longer, so I pull back on the control stick a little bit to get Mario a little bit more height to allow him to get into the, like, I guess it's called a blender, the blender area. So yeah, I guess I'll just do one. You're always going to clip about here, and you always want to slow down a little bit here. And I will say a little bit more, but this is what it looks like when it's done properly. See how I'm slowing down a little bit there? That time I slowed down a little bit too much because I was talking, but I slowed down a little bit there, and if I had just gone forwards, I would have definitely had enough height. If you don't slow down there, sometimes you're a little bit too low and you get stuck here, and that just means that you don't have enough height to get over the glass tube. So if you see the top of the glass tube, you just don't have enough height to get over it. So yeah, one last piece of information before I stop the tutorial. Make sure that when you do it, you, if it looks like you're a little bit low, and this might take a little bit longer for you to get used to, if it looks like you're too low, pull back on the control stick and move slower as you go up. That way you gain more height and you move forwards more slowly, because of the slant of the roof. If you go too fast forwards, you're just going to end up grabbing the roof. If you're too high, you want to start moving forwards as fast as you can. You want to hold forwards on the control stick. That way you won't clip out and end up on top of the roof again. So yeah, that's about it. I guess I will go get a coconut and just do one. Hopefully I get it first try. I've been a little less consistent with it lately because I'm a little rusty at the game. But there are a lot of ways to do it, but this is my setup, and I've been doing it for a while this way, and it just seems the most consistent and definitely the easiest, especially for beginners to do it this way. Again, you can do a triple jump there instead, but yeah, thank you for watching. That's how you do Gelato Skip. If you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comments below, or stop by my Twitch channel or something and ask. I'm happy to help out. Thanks. Bye.